DeFi Kingdoms, where you can summon heroes, trade with other players, quest, and fight challenging enemies in a fantasy world brought to life in pixel art animation. Command your legion, claim your legacy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's AMA with DeFi Kingdoms. We're going to run through some updates here at the beginning, and then we will get into questions submitted from all of you, our beautiful community, and we will get things rolling. So, thanks, StreamYard. But let's jump in. So first and foremost, just a quick reminder that we will not have Hubert again this week. So any questions that are submitted for Hubert, we will be holding. But don't worry, they will get answered when he is back. I think he's coming back next week, but I don't know that for sure. It may be one more week, so don't hold me to it. But we are just putting together a massive list to just bombard him with questions when he does get back. So feel free to continue contributing to that list. But in the meantime, there are a couple of updates that we wanted to give. And the first one, I wanted to turn it over to Frisky Fox to talk about duels.
Yeah, hey guys. Duels is getting really close now. We've got it in sort of the final stages of testing. We made some changes to how crowns work. They're after just like some balance testing and things. So I wanted to share those. And we'll be doing the airdrops for those shortly before the season starts. So for the winners that are out there, congrats on that. But basically, I'll be making a post about this in the announcements as well, but just a brief overview. We made them better because we don't ever want them to be sort of like not the best thing out there for your heroes. And if you got one of the higher ended medals, then that could have been a little bit better under certain circumstances under the old one. So basically we're adding to the background bonus that was communicated. There will be also added amounts to that for the worst medal bonus for the bronze crown. And for the silver crown, you'll be getting the second worst medal bonus plus the worst ring bonus on top of the background bonus. And for the gold crown, you'd be getting the same existing background bonus plus the best medal bonus plus the best ring bonus. So basically, still bronze is good, silver is better, and gold is best in there. So, and I'll explain that a bit more in the announcement because I know that's kind of hard to wrap your heads around verbally, but we're excited about that. I think it's going to be really exciting for those that have won those and really make a difference in those duels over there for champion. So as far as the timing on that, again, getting really close. I can't give a date because they won't let me, but yeah, it's close. So stay tuned for that.
I was hovering that mute button. No, that's super exciting. I hope you all followed that perfectly. I'm sure you all did. But as Fox said, it will be coming out in written form as well. One other thing that we wanted to touch on real quick was we sent a tweet yesterday. And in case anybody missed it, this is the point of view from the next class that will be getting its skills in combat. And that is this. So I've seen a lot of people guessing already as to what this class will be. We will not be officially revealing it just yet. We've got a little more fun to have, but make sure you speculate away, join the conversation on Twitter and in Discord about what that class will be. I'm sure there'll be some conversation in the YouTube chat right now as well, but looking forward to continuing that. And Beetle Dude, anything you want to add on the testing of that class?
Indeed. Yeah, we're making really good progress on the new class. But yeah, we're getting down to the little polishing and cleanup bits. which is really exciting. I'm enjoying the class. I think it should be fun. New addition, and yeah, that's about it. We're just moving quickly, and we're getting the next class in testing here shortly as well. So just continuing to push forward on those as we also navigate the needs for PvP.
Very exciting. I love the fact that we get to talk about the next class and the next class at the same time. I do want to give a quick shout out to one of our partners, Block Pit. So they've been sponsoring Hunts raffles for a little bit now. There's still, I think, a week left, maybe, if I remember right, on their raffle, maybe a little bit less than that, where they're putting up 100 jewel a day to one winner from Hunts. But also, they will be we'll be posting all the details about this after the AMA as well. But they are going to be raffling off a Bach Knight mail armor to anyone who created an account and connected their DFK wallet by April 15th. So there's still a few days to go on that. That is, you are not required to buy a license to enter that raffle, but create an account and connect your DFK wallet. As a reminder, for those of you who might not be familiar, you can find Block Pit at the Archivist in the Castle, and they provide tax services. So you can connect your wallet, put in all the chains, put in your centralized exchanges, whatever else you have, and it will actually generate a full tax report for you based on your local tax laws. So it's a super useful service. I've used it the last couple of years for my own taxes. But as a shout out, or to give a shout out to them, they've been awesome to work with. They've been sponsoring the hunt, and then now we have this opportunity as well. So stay tuned for the full details on that. But if you want a chance to win some armor, this is your chance. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming shortly after the AMA. Flipping over to KP real quick. I believe you have a stream next week that you wanted to talk about.
Yes, I do. For all of you community members that bridged some jewel or are taking advantage of the Hercules Metis pool right now, the community manager Patrick is going to be coming on stream with me next week on Wednesday, and we're going to chat about their token generation event. I know you guys are excited about that because that's when Torch will be launched, and all of those rewards regarding Torch will be incentivized into the pools. So he's going to also give away a couple of whitelist spots for their token generation event. So if you weren't lucky enough to get into their alpha pools or have enough in their Genesis pools right now, you can still win one of their whitelist spots if you'd like to buy some Torch at that event. Again, that happens on April 18th, I believe. I don't know the exact timing of it yet, but it's probably going to run for about 24 hours. You guys can jump on stream in the chat and ask Patrick anything you want to know about Hercules or about those incentives or APRs or what's going on over there. And yeah, he's been really great about answering things. If you didn't see Sarge's stream last week, he came on and chatted with us for about an hour about Hercules and everything. And now that there's more details and they can reveal more about everything, I'm sure that you guys will get some more insights into if you want to be on Hercules, if you want to LP over there, and all the different aspects of what it is they're doing, what they're building. So they've been a really great partner, and he's been really cool about everything and just wants to give our community as much information as possible before they have their token generation event here. And I'm looking forward to it. So next Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific time, 11:30 Eastern, if you guys want to hop on and find out all about Hercules. Back to you, Bolon.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to that as well. And last but not least for the updates, going over to a Dreamer to talk about an upcoming fun thing that we have going on.
And the upcoming fun thing.
Yeah. With hunts and visages.
Okay, got it. That upcoming fun thing. Yeah, so we've been looking for sponsors for hunts, and we've been looking for the next promotional Visage sponsor as well, and we have a pretty beefy one coming at you. We do have a number of sponsors kind of in the wings, but this one was a bigger number, and we'll probably be announcing it within the next week or so. But the number on the Visage side is going to be a promotion that we're figuring out the details, somewhere in the range of 10 to 15,000. So about what the Karate Combat one was, and plus some. And then on the Hunt side, we have another about $10,000 pool going in the Hunt side as well from a new sponsor. So you got that to look forward to when it's announced. This sponsor will be a total of about 25,000 in their token, which we're trying to figure out how long things should last, how we should distribute them, and everything. It'll likely be more long term than some that we've done in the past. But stay tuned as we figure out these details and announce who it is in the coming week or so.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that as well. So definitely keep an eye out for those details, because this one's definitely a sizable one, which is awesome. It's great to see, and it's a great way for you guys to get rewarded. All right, jumping into some questions. Will an existing power-up benefit the new Void Hunt loot mechanic that we have hinted at in the past? I guess I'll just say no, not that I'm aware of. I don't know if anybody has anything they want to add to it, but I'm pretty sure it's a no.
I think you are correct, Bolon.
All right, going with no. Let's see. So there's a question about Chatterbox. We're gonna hold that one for when Hubert returns. Throwing one over to Dreamer. What are the plans for Sarandale on Klaytn in the near future?
Near future plans aren't very different. We're very limited to kind of the timeline and overall plan of, I guess, previously known as Klaytn. Klaytn has been very public with their plans with Finchia. They've had their votes. They're working on their overall plan. We've been getting updates about every 2 weeks or so with our next touch point on Monday. And at this point, we have a general idea of the overall plan, but are trying to learn more on what that means exactly on the technical side. Will we need to redeploy contracts? What will we do with all of the clay in the gardens currently, and so on? So it's actually looking a lot more positive from a builder's perspective than it could have in many of the other options that would have been more disruptive. But it also seems like nothing is really finalized yet. So we're staying close with them. When we have a better idea of what's required from us to potentially relaunch or run on the chain to be, that will help inform decisions as well as incremental opportunities. There are some things we've wished were a little bit better in our experience with Klaytn, and there are other things that have been great. With the Finchia guys coming in, the main thing there, if you don't have the background, is their connection to Line, which is the main messaging service like WhatsApp or WeChat, but for Japan. It's a great focus for us to have in terms of partnerships. And we want to explore that and other related dApps that have been on Finchia. So we're still in the info gathering stage. We were in a really long holding pattern after the hack, after their announcement of the potential merge and then all the votes. And I think as they are getting further along with their plan and implementation and timeline, and as we are exposed more to other like newer communities, we'll be able to have a better plan of what to do with Sarandale specifically. I would say more midterm, long term. As short term, we're trying to, for example, if we hear that we will have to relaunch anything or redo anything, the more we add prior to that date is just more to redo, for example. So it is progressing faster than it has been because they've gotten to some decisions and are now, I guess, moving towards implementation stage. So when we have information that we're allowed to share, we'll share it, but we're staying very close to the narrative.
Appreciate the update, good sir. Over to Beetle Dude. Is there a reason that all classes are not available with skills in the CTG, the Combat Testing Grounds, for those of you that may not know what that acronym was?
I mean, if the question is why do they not exist there yet, it's because they haven't been coded. So I guess even classes that have their codexes are not fully coded out in the combat engine itself. Maybe that's not the question, but if it is, then yeah, the reason is that we have to actually code that all out, which is what we're doing with our next class. And our next class is we are taking the codex and putting it into actual code and then testing to make sure that it works from a balance perspective as well. So there's quite a bit that goes into it other than just, I guess, releasing them. We need to code them out and test them and make sure everything works as expected.
Awesome. I believe that was the question, so I appreciate it. If it wasn't, we'll get a follow-up. Sticking with you actually for a moment, Dude of Beetle, thoughts on, so in the Sarandale Tavern, we have random heroes that are hanging out and swinging by. Thoughts on having that apply to more zones throughout the map so that as people move around the map, they might just see random heroes everywhere they go.
Yeah, for sure. I like that idea. I think that was sort of the long-term vision of having heroes standing around. Hopefully, people have noticed that they're even tweaked a little bit in the animation front. That was in a second best ad special, making sure that they look right in that perspective. So yeah, I think it's something that we definitely want to pursue. Hasn't been priority for the last little bit, but it's definitely something that we can add in the future since the technology is there.
Beautiful. Don't go anywhere because I've got another one for you. In combat,
Where's Hubert?
currently, what's that?
I said, "Where's Hubert?" Okay, go
I
on.
know, right? Hey, just remember last week I didn't have either of you, okay? It was very hard. In combat, currently, if an attack is evaded or missed, the combat only shows missed. Thoughts on having it separated so that it would show either missed or evaded as is applicable?
Yeah. I'm not sure if we got this question before or not. Maybe we haven't answered it officially, but yeah, we do have that on the radar. I think it's definitely something that we would like to add. Hasn't been added yet, but it is on the list, so should be there at some point. We're gonna keep making quality of life improvements as we go, so it most likely would drop with either a new class or a new set of QOL updates.
To clarify, that was a new class, not the new class, as in not necessarily the next one that comes out.
Yeah. We tend to bundle them with new features, I should say.
For sure. Let's see. So there's a question about having a preview option on Visages to see what it looks like. Zipper actually answered it in chat, but just to acknowledge it live, it is planned, but it's a decent amount of work that has to go into it, so it just has not been prioritized, but it is something that we would like to do, yes. Let's see. Got another one for you, Beetle Dude. Haha. You are the Hubert of today. Thoughts
Yay.
on when a hero is summoned with a stone, there is some stat whose growth rate is then impacted permanently. Thoughts on highlighting what stat that is through like bolding the numbers or something along those lines.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know we have I think we have the like little page on the card that maybe says what they were summoned with. I think I'd have to do a little bit of review just to make sure that we have access to in the API what was affected. or else I think currently it's maybe just a comparison against like the base stat growth of that hero. So yeah, I mean, I think it's something that we could get at. I would just be curious if we have the exact information we need to do that. So
Yeah,
a little research.
I don't think there's a event that's logging that part of it yet. Like, for example, if it's a chaos stone, like which stat it landed on or something. So that might be a bit of work to add that in. And
Gotcha.
then it's also one of those things that's like, it would just be going forward and not necessarily retroactive, which isn't ideal. So we have to think of something.
It'll go on the list to be looked at to see if it goes on the list. We have lists on lists on lists. Let's see. When is the next hero leveling event? I mean, I'll just say we don't have anything currently planned, but we are always looking at fun things that we can do with the community and good ways to reward people for engaging with the game. So things are always on the table, but we don't have anything planned at the moment. Anything anybody wants to add to that? All right. So question on expeditions. The hero will quest until you cancel it. Will XP automatically increase while on the expedition? The answer to that is no. The XP will be gained when you claim rewards, but you can claim rewards without stopping the expedition. So you can go and claim, more or less at any time, and you'll get the applicable XP at that time. But the hero will keep questing as you do that, essentially. And then when reaching level up, will you be able to level up the hero without interrupting the quest, or will you have to stop it? It depends. There will be some customization options with expeditions, and so it kind of just depends on what choices you make on that front. I believe that is all correct, but if anybody would like to correct me, feel free.
Yeah, no, that's right. And part of the reason why is because just from the nature of the blockchain, everything happens during transactions. So there's no real overtime things unless there's transactions being done over time. And you can claim rewards, and that includes XP and other things as well along the way. Meditating while in the midst of like expeditions and things is a very interesting topic that we've also discussed a lot and have some ideas around. So that's all I'll say about it for now. Madness is hard at work on all of the expedition stuff, and I'm super excited about the whole feature. It's going to be amazing.
I share in that excitement so that I can get my heroes back to questing, because I'm irresponsible and don't quest as much as I should. So selfishly, I would like expeditions. But yeah, definitely stay tuned on that front. We'll have more information coming, but can't give everything away just yet. Speaking of having more information coming and not being able to give away everything just yet, will the new hero burn mechanic that has been hinted about be the ability to turn our heroes into lesser, regular, greater crystals? We aren't yet at the point of being ready to go into the details of the new hero burn mechanic. I've seen a lot of people throw out a lot of really cool ideas, some of which are close to our idea. I don't think I've seen anybody fully get it exactly, but it's a pretty cool mechanic that we're very excited about, but still a little bit too early for us to go into the full glory of everything that system will entail. Anything anybody wants to add on that front before I move on? All right. This one's a bit more of like an open question that I think anybody who wants to weigh in on is more than welcome to. So in the early days of DFK, Everything was kind of designed around, or the original plans included the essentially needing like a small handful of heroes to play. Obviously, we have adapted as time has gone on, and command your legion is part of our slogan. What is our long-term view of the game from a player standpoint? Are we wanting to get back to only needing a few heroes, or are we more embracing the large hero method? I'll just kick it off and I'll say for me, it's both. It just depends on what you as a player want to do, want to engage in, what your priorities are. If you're someone who really only cares about combat and you just want to be the best, PvP fighter or the best dungeon crawler, whatever the case may be, but combat is your focus, you really need, you don't need necessarily that large of a hero wallet, but you're going to need high quality heroes for the ones that you do have. If you're wanting to, farm mats, do a lot of crafting, and be kind of the provider of resources, then yeah, you'll want a larger hero holding. And I think that's more or less, kind of how it was designed from the start. The more heroes you have, the more mats you get, obviously. But we're seeing more and more of the combat side of that come to fruition, where you may only need 10 really good heroes, depending on what teams you want to build and all that stuff. Obviously, I'm just picking an arbitrary number. Please don't put any stock in that. But then we'll have things like expeditions that make life a lot easier for those with the very large hero holdings. So Fox, Dreamer, Beetle, KP, anything y'all want to add on that front?
I was called, so I will speak. But no, I totally agree with your outlook on that. It's a very complex game and a very big game, and our plans and our goals for are actually pretty ambitious. So there's no single way that's the right way to play this game. And I think that's the mark of any great game out there. There's all kinds of different ways to play it, depending on your play style, what you enjoy doing, what you want to do, what your goals are. Definitely, we want there to be something for all kinds of levels of like play there. So there's also, I mean, I think we're like maybe 25, if that percent of the way through with our features of this game. There's a lot of other things that have yet to be built that will impact this as well. And that's all I'll say on that.
I wanted to add really quick that I think that most people have built up these large legions over time, and I'm finding mine to be less and less adequate when it comes to battling. And I find that now I have an idea on what the key stats are that I need. There's a need for being able to go back and redetermine, okay, I've got a couple mythics that I like to use for my hunts right now, but most everybody else is kind of either falls into that bucket of a material collector or a grinder, or somebody's going to go out there and farm and bring back those materials for me. But I saw Kupo's answer there in the chat as well about crafting, and I'm excited about that, even though it's a long way in the distance. And I just feel like getting the right crafters, which may or may not be the same as some of the ones that you've got right now in your legion, and matching them up with that perfect pet that's going to allow them to create things that are going to be awesome. That's what I'm really looking forward to most. And again, even though it may be in the distance, we're still have that glimmer of hope that we're going to be able to use these guys and be able to craft that perfect item that's going to be unique and coveted in the game. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. So even though my legion right now is enormous, I do find out that I when it comes to PvP especially, I'm probably going to be inadequate with some of these monsters that you guys have out there right now that you're using. Just watching some of the hunts replays that come across and Twitter and YouTube, I mean, you guys have really dominated the stats when it comes to the different quality of heroes that there are out there. So there's a lot of different ways to play the game, but yeah, there's going to be those people that have armies and legions of heroes, and there's going to be the few out there that have the right team of 10, maybe 20 that they just use for combat and battles, and that's what they have fun doing. So that's what I love about DFK. So many different ways to play, right?
Something for everyone. Dreamer, Beetle, anything y'all wanted to add? Just want to give you an opportunity. If not, that's okay too.
Yeah, no, I know, like, I think maybe a long time ago, when I first started, it felt like there was some desire to move towards, like, oh, this is your hero, that you are this hero, you are playing as this hero. But I think that quickly, stopped making sense pretty quickly, that there's people need many heroes. You are not a hero, you are the commander of these heroes. You are the person ensuring that they are building up your army on every front that you can get them to. Collecting mats, or training and getting better at combat. So I think it very much is a management game, where you are, trying to build these elite teams of fighters, or elite team of foragers, crafters, all that kind of thing. So I'm excited about the directions that we're going, and the directions that we can still take things as we move along.
Very nice, very nice. That was actually just a trap to get your attention, because I have another question for you. You fell for
No.
the new equipment UI is awesome, is the start of this question, and I agree. There's already a column that shows in the condensed view how many of that item you own. Any thoughts on adding a column that shows how many of those are equipped?
Yeah, I think we could do that. I'll take a look, as long as the data supports it, which I think it should, since we should have all the equipment data accessible at that point. But yeah, I'll have to look at it, and we could add it tentatively to the thinking about it list.
Lists within lists. Appreciate you, Beetle. Let's see. So there's a question slash suggestion slash idea, acknowledging the meme coin craze that is absolutely happening currently. Thoughts about taking frost bloaters and essentially using them as a meme coin. Uh, I'm sure that others have some thoughts here as well, but I'll just say I think it is a very interesting idea in like the base concept. I'll say for frost bloaters specifically, or I think really any DFK item. We can talk about mat inflation, but none of them have the supply of a meme coin. So I don't think it would be quite that straightforward, but I do think it is a very interesting idea, and something that we have kind of given a little bit of thought to. KP, Dreamer, Beetle Fox, anything y'all want to add?
I've done a little bit of research on the Avalanche Rush meme coin right now, and it's amazing, to tell you the truth, guys. And you guys can go out there and see the rewards that people are getting from several of these different meme coins that are out there and available. They have a great program. They supported it really, really well. And Nano Solana as well has really embraced the whole meme coin, everything that's going on with Dog with Hat and all the coins that are exploding over there. I do think that there is an opportunity, but it has to be done correctly. And, it's one of those things that I think we'll probably explore more of. But, right now it's like all hands on deck when it comes to PvP and all of the other, essential things that are there right now. I know that Beetle and everybody is hard at work to make those next classes come out, and then have everything ready for, Metis, when we have that Coliseum ready and people want to go out there and battle each other. So the meme coins, they're looking really, really nice on Avalanche. And I understand people's desire to obviously get some of those APRs, but yeah, there's other opportunities right now too that we need to keep focused on.
I'll also just mention, it's really interesting in this space. In like the traditional world, you have like meme stocks and things. In the blockchain world, like you can really have like a meme that is just a meme, and it's awesome, and a lot of fun. Our tokens, historically have all been about like adding like utility to things in our game, and so but it's also a game, and so that's fun. So it's like, you know, have we had discussions about what the intersection of those two things could possibly be? I mean, I won't say we haven't. And you know, there's a lot of interesting ideas that are out there, so we're for sure interested in the space, you know.
Awesome. Let's see. Sorry, I was we're gonna have a guest joining us here shortly, and I was responding to a message from them, so I got distracted for a second. But this one was also answered in chat, but I'm gonna grab it and just repeat that answer of having a dual specific page added to the docs website. That is actually something that we were talking about and do plan on doing now that we will have the new, like, quote unquote final duels. Obviously that does not mean that nothing can be changed, yada yada yada, my usual you know, safeguards. But with the way that it was going with off seasons and every season being, you know, significantly different, it didn't make as much sense. But that is something that we do want to add once we have this new season out. However, in the meantime, if you have not seen it, in the duels modal, so when you pop up the window to start a duel, there's a little question mark in the top left. And if you open that, it has all of the details about duels in there, which, spoiler alert, that little question mark exists on a lot of our screens, and they all have pretty useful information in them. So if you haven't looked at those, it's a good place to get some good info. Fox, anything on the duels front, or Beetle, anything on the tooltip front that y'all want to add?
Yeah, I think I spaced out and missed half of the question, but I caught the second half. But, you know, it's obviously about duels, and sort of like I did just want to say, because you sort of mentioned it, you know, like the timing between seasons and things. That's part of the reason that we're doing this big revamp on duels, is because we want to get that to a much more predictable thing, so that you can plan on it. It'll be more regular. It'll be more of like a okay, this next season is coming up on this day, and I can like plan well in advance and make sure that I'm ready, so that right at the start I can hit off at the races and see how far I can go this season. And so having each individual season be more of like a race or like a competition to the top, I think, is what we see in a lot of different games. And that's the intent there, is to really reduce the time in between and make it be a lot more regular as well and scheduled.
And then tooltips are TFM. That's all I'll say.
So read them.
Read them.
Trying to figure out the M. What does the M stand for?
Manual. It's a
okay.
It's nerd speak. Read the manual.
Okay.
Read the F in the manual.
Yeah. No, I got that part. I got the RTF. It was just the M. Let's see. So open acknowledgement that there would be a lot to build out before this is ever possible, which I appreciate it. Thank you, Ultra Green Go. But general thoughts of sometime in the future, having an in-game logbook tome that players would be able to open and see, like, review the recipes that they've discovered, view the hero summoning tree, but limited to the classes that they themselves have summoned, that kind of fun stuff. Any general thoughts, Beetle Dude?
Yeah, I think that is definitely on the roadmap for the future. And like you said, it's limited obviously by time constraints and different priorities, but it's definitely something that we've discussed before, and kind of falls within the realm of like achievements, which is something we've gone back and forth on, or just like considering what that would look like. So we do have some like preliminary thoughts about that, but obviously it is just a priority thing at this point. You probably want to have as much in place before we start kind of adding those as well. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think it seems doable, and it would just be a matter of what we are already tracking and making sure that we're making like keeping track of what people have done in the past. And that's that.
Achievements, definitely. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Let's see. So this is one we've talked about a little bit before, but if we have any thoughts on it, for players to be able to directly make offers to each other for heroes they are interested in, either those that are listed for sale, but also potentially those that are not even listed for sale.
Go ahead. Oh, Fox, you had a thing. You say it.
Okay, I'll just. It would be so fun to build this, and it's a thing we've talked about a lot. But yeah, it's also just one of the many things that we would love to build right now.
Yeah, definitely falls in the priority thing. It would be a cool feature for sure, but it's just not the system that exists currently, and that we'd have to spend probably a good amount of time building out. So yeah, I guess that's that. I think there might be community tools that do similar things, but obviously the ask is to have something in game. So just probably not something that's going to be prioritized in the short term.
It's on the wish list.
Add it to Beatles list.
I'll also just say that
Yes.
there's for sure things that would be best to build to support something like this that we've also talked about, sort of like a message sort of system where you're able to sort of see a queue of things that have happened, not always by you. Sometimes other things can happen from other people, like somebody fights you in duels, or who knows what could happen. Somebody buys like one of your heroes. Having some way to view past things like that in game is another thing we've talked about a lot that would play into something like this, I believe. Sort of like an inbox system.
For sure. All right. We've got one last question and then one quick thing to mention, and then we will be bringing up our special guest of the day. But for that last question, it will also go to the Dude of Beetle. Would it be possible to add on the Start Hunt page the available total resources in addition to the needed resources? So like crystal, gold, and potentially potions, showing 10 crystal out of whatever that balance is.
Yep, that's a great question, and actually the one of our recent releases, Mr. Zipper spent quite a bit of time making like all the buy modals be consistent and making sure that we have a list of, or that we present what their current balance is, what the user's current balance is. So yes, there's definitely precedent, and that's definitely something that we're moving towards. So that's a definite list item, and one that I think would be reasonable to get out in a shorter amount of time, because yeah, the more information we can present to the user, the better, in my opinion.
Beautiful. Thank you. So just real quick, we had put out this graphic a while back. I don't know, time doesn't exist, but a little bit ago, showing all of the possible equipment drops from the Bad Mother Clucker fight. We also just put out the matching version for the Mad Boar Hunt as well. So if you're looking for a quick reference as to what equipment is available from each of those battles, check our Twitter. They are there. And with that, we are going to bring up our very, very special guest. Cannot wait to see him pop up on stage. And for a little introduction, we've got a little video to show.
Let's go.
That's right. It is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Doug Hype.
Douglas Bartholomew Hype in the house. It's not my actual middle name. I'm anonymous. How's it going, guys? Hi, Dreamer, Frisky the Fox, KP. There's a Beetle here. Bolon, Sauron, the Master of Evil and all things. How are you going? How it's going? How are you doing, guys? I was just pumping some weights at the gym and decided just to jump in and say hi. You know what I'm saying? Just like take a break.
How many weights did you pump?
I'm actually lifting cake, eating cake here, and then like lifting the things here. I got to get ready for battle. You know what I'm saying? You got the Vizzies on, you got the shades on, and you're in there battling. Whether it's the bows, you got to get like your traps in there, the trap action going on to get that bow there, because you got to win. If you have the Duck Hype Vizzy, you have to win. That's the rules, right? Otherwise, you're kicked out.
I put on the Doug Hype Vizzy in real life.
Oh, it's true. It's true. He's put it on in real life.
That's how we have it coded too. If you got a Doug Hype Vizzy, you win.
That was
just kidding. Don't. That's not real. I'm sorry.
No,
that was
Beetle,
my
it's
first
true.
question for you, Doug. Are you Doug Hype if you take the jacket and sunglasses off? Like, is this a Superman situation?
Yeah. It is actually, because I'm going to Dubai, and Metamona was like, "Hey, when you're in Dubai, you need to wear this," and she shows me the whole like traditional garb, and I'm just like, do you know who you're talking to? You think I'm just not gonna wear the fur coat in like Dubai? Like, come on, bro. Like, this is the one place I gotta wear the fur coat in Dubai.
I just imagine even for Twitter Spaces, when you're not even on camera, you're like, all right, I gotta get ready.
People
for the
won't
Twitter
recognize
space.
me. They'll be like, who is this person? They're like, are you a noob?
You gotta harness the coat energy. I did want to give you a shout out and say thank you for having us on your Twitter space yesterday. It was an awesome space and it was a lot of fun. Glad we were able to join. Really appreciate that. It was a great time.
It's good to have fun, but the only important thing is people buying the Vizzies, because there's only a week left. That's way more important than enjoyment or fun or friendship or breathing or what is that? Crypto Grady says, like, sell your children, sell your furniture.
I think kidneys are involved.
Wait,
Yeah, your kidneys.
What about selling the furniture next to the children? That was interesting two things to put together.
Sometimes you can sell your children on your furniture, so you can bulk the sale.
People will buy children. Wait.
So we're on the internets right now. We're on like YouTube, and people are in here. Like, look, there's a chat. Hello, Cake Fam. I was in there causing trouble already, but there's a contest also with the Vizzies where you can put it on my tweet. But I'll probably do another one also, like another one this week, like maybe today. I'll put up a new one, but you can win like what, $50 in Jewel just for posting like a little DeFi Kingdoms hero, a little cute hero. But there's a countdown on the websites. It's like down to maybe like 7.5 days left. Is that true? And then everything explodes and the world ends.
Looks like 8 hours, 6 minutes, or 8 days, 6 hours, 10 minutes, and 20 seconds.
So I think do we have the ability to gift people? Can you gift people a Vizzy still? Like, you purchase it and it goes straight there. Is that a thing?
Yes.
So wait, I could like, okay, so I have Vizzies. I have like 10 of them. I have the fur coats. I have the glasses. I was practicing taking them, putting them on my heroes, taking them off, put them back on, and seeing like, like I was like, oh, when I put them on, I always win. It's like, good, that's how it works. And then and what heroes they look best on, like my legendary mythicals. Like the mythicals look best with the sunglasses and the fur coat. But people, there's only a week left, and I was like, you guys DM me, and they're like, there's only like so many days left, and I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, like this is a national emergency. Like, okay, we got to figure this out, how to get everyone Vizzies and make sure that they have the option of wearing the fur coat and the shades. You know what I mean? Because that's also baller content. You just post it on the internets and people are like, reposting it and they're like, oh, look how good this is. And then the people that made shout out, I can't even remember everybody, but making like, AI versions of it and cool things, like that's really fun. And here, let me get my tweet for the contest real quick, so that we can make sure that everybody is entered into that. We could maybe share it on YouTube's here or something. And
yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you haven't been paying attention to Doug's Twitter, there's a couple of contests going on that you can enter to win. So make sure you go.
I'm gonna share it right here so you can post it in the.
What's the lottery saying? You can't win if you don't play.
Yeah, you should play the lottery. That's what we're in crypto, dude. Like, what do you think we're here for? We're here to do what? We're here to have friendship. We're here to play games, and we're here to make gains. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's in the gym or it's the amount of fur coats that you acquire.
Exactly. Gains all around.
Gains everywhere. I just shared that to you guys, and if you want to put the link in the YouTubes, you can, to the tweet. And it is the little videos in there. It's really fun and cool, and you can win. You don't even have to own. Technically, you don't even have to own the fur coat to enter the contest. I try to leave it open to everyone. If you choose poor and you don't want to wear the fur coat, you can also enter. But if you choose rich and choose cake and wear the fur coat, you get triple the amount of entries in the contest. And I might just, pick the winner today or something. I mean, heck, I could even maybe even do it. How much time do we have left on the show right now? Like 8 minutes?
Yeah, if you want to take a minute and do it live, you definitely can.
Ooh, maybe I should make everyone scramble to post on that tweet real quick, and then I can make another contest and start a new one. So people can just win all kinds of stuff. Next week I'll be Dubai. Maybe I'll announce the winner on top of a skyscraper. I don't know, dude. Like, maybe I'll be on a rocket ship, like jetting around in those like human rocket things, or on have a drone drop me out of the sky. I don't know, dude. Like,
Sunbear did give a good suggestion for you in Dubai. You need to get a fur vest. That way, when it's hot, you can switch from.
People say that all the time. That's not a new thing. All right. Thank you for the suggestion. But look, man, there's something you need to know. I go 100%, 120%, 150%. I don't know anything less than 100 to 150%. And people, they want to touch the fur coat. They want to touch the arms. They want to touch the things. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be unique, a one-on-one situation. You know what I mean? Like, it's like either you're legendary or you're mythical or you're not, right? Like, there's no in between.
Definitely. I don't know if you saw, Doug, but Action CEO posted the Dubai line, that zip line that goes from one of those giant skyscrapers in Dubai all the way down. It took 10 minutes for that thing to make it all the way down to the bottom. But that's what you can do, man. It's just get on that zip line, do your show from there.
From there. Be on the Twitter space while on the zip line flying through the air. Actually, that would be fun.
No, you need video for that one.
There's gonna be video going on. Well, that's the thing, is usually when I go to locations, I get like a camera crew or something, and I just had a bunch of meetings about all kinds of stuff. There'll be fun things happening. Karate combat too, all those things. There is the old link. Nobody is putting it in the chat. Who is the controller of the chat?
I did. I dropped it in the chat.
Posted it. It's in there.
Where? I'm looking right now. I don't see it.
It's up there, KP. Above Sticks Interns chat.
I just could you repeat what that karate combat motion was again?
Chaka.
Thank you. Okay, just wanted to make sure I got it right the first time.
Okay. So there, I'm looking in the chat. I don't see any links in the chat here.
Do you have me blocked in YouTube? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm watching the YouTubes right now. Yeah, maybe. Oh, there it is. Now it's there. Or maybe I'm not live. Does that make a difference? The link should now. Sticks Intern sees it.
It's in there. I actually just got it, so I reposted it under the DFK account.
Thank you, KP.
Interesting.
You were faster than
that's me. The only. I don't see it anywhere else other than DFK. So good job, KP. You save the day. You get.
Yep. There we go. All credit to KP.
KP gets all the credit for everything. So you can click on that link. You can comment on there, and I'm gonna click on it right now. And let's see. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go. This is what I'm gonna do. Okay. So what I'm gonna do for the people that posted with the Vizzy on, I'll give you $50 a jewel, and then somebody that did not get the Vizzy, I'm gonna give them $10 so they can buy one. How about that? I mean, they don't have to, but they can. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at it. This is called marketing.
Awesome.
I like it.
Let's do it live right now. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to pick a random person that posted on this right now with their Doug Hype Vizzy thing going on here. There's a bunch of Vizzies without it. There's some with it. Where's the Vizzies with Doug Hypes? We're scrolling. Look at all these responses. Look at these beautiful things. You know who should really win is Kung Fu. I think Kung Fu is going to win. Kung Fu has been my buddy for a while, and he's the one that got the most engagement. He got 4 likes on his post. and he has a weird thing on his head. He has like the fur coat, and then he has like a rock on his head. Is that what that is? Or like a clam? Look at this.
What color is it?
Here, hold on. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you guys can see it.
All right.
My memory is bad. I don't remember what that thing is, but it's funny. Where is my link? Copy link. Do the thing in there. Do the thing in here in the chat. Oh, wait, because I'm in the wrong thing. There it is. There it is. All right. Congratulations. I know Kung Fu. He's an amazing member of the community. He's super smart. We used to hang out all the time doing like the Dragons Crossing stuff too. And he's a good guy. So I'm going to comment right now. I know Kung Fu is the winner. He was the first. I literally just randomly scrolled and it was the first one that I saw. So he wins. And now let's scroll for somebody that did not put on the Vizzy and they commented on this thing here. Let's see how many comments.
I did just I dropped that link in the YouTube chat as well. So for anybody that wants to go see the winning entry, it is there.
There it is. There it is. He's got a funky thing on his head, but we're gonna pick somebody else to win $10 so they can buy one. Okay, let's do. I'm gonna just randomly go through and pick. Oh, who's this mythical person right here? Oh, that's a nice one. Franz. It's my night, apparently, Franz. Okay, let's see. Wait, that's not a comment on my post. Why is Twitter being weird? Come on, Twitter. Let me see my actual comments.
When isn't Twitter being weird?
Oh, there you go. Show more replies. It just covers them up.
I grabbed Kung Fu's post, Doug. Here you go.
There you go. There's Kung Fu's post. All right. Oops. All right, let's go up and let's see. Here's the one. This is the one that's the winner with no Vizzy on. Wait, are there any with no Vizzies on? Wait, maybe there aren't any.
That monk is rocking that coat, though. I mean, shades too, obviously.
In the shades.
The coat looks great on that monk. I like it with the monk weapon. I feel like it just looks really cool.
Show replies. Twitter's been a very bizarre place recently. Show more replies. I have to keep hitting this button to show all the replies. I want to see the replies, dude. Oh, there's a picture of me and Sunbearing and KP down listed underneath there. The real team. Okay, cool. Wait. Do I have to shoot? Dude, Twitter's not letting me see all the freaking comments. There's supposed to be 30 comments on here. I swear every day Twitter makes me slightly want to eat more cake. On here. Why can't I freaking see the people commenting on my tweet? So weird. Okay, well, here we go.
Twitter's out here rugging you.
Show more replies there. Okay. I figured. Oh, there's one with the egg. Beautiful. There's that one. Okay, that's a beautiful one. Almost everybody's got the Vizzy on. I don't see any without it. So I keep on having to show more replies. Beautiful people. I love this. Everybody, I love you guys. This is wonderful. This is my favorite hero, Ice Necromancer. It does not have a Vizzy on it. But, okay, so Renpen wins. I love Renpen.
Hey, Renpen.
You wins 10 USDC or whatever's. So you can buy if you want to. You don't have to buy a Vizzy, but you could. You can use it on whatever you want. Or I can just send you Jewel. So congratulations to the winners. Congrats. I know Kung Fu. And if you're wondering if this contest was rigged, it's completely rigged. I literally just picked the first person that I saw in either. I'm like, oh, there's one, and then you win. And it just happens to be people that I think are really cool and they're friends of mine, which is like a lot of people. Most of you guys are. But that's a beautiful community. And so I'm going to comment on. Did I comment on the actual tweet? Where'd it go? I love rugging myself. So good job, Renpen. You win. If you're listening right now, DM me or something. And I'll write this down also. I'm writing this down in my notebook. But this is a fun contest. So I know Kung Fu wins and Renpen. Renpen's awesome. So Renpen and Kung Fu, you guys win. Congratulations to the winners. I'll comment that on the tweet right now. And then we'll start like a new one. And then I'll talk about it maybe from Dubai or some kind of crazy stuff, some fun things. And because that will be like a lead up to the maybe the end. Maybe we'll do the contest and it'll end right before the last minute where the last second you can buy a Vizzy. You know what I mean? So we can
there you go.
Be like, whoever doesn't have one better come get one or something, right?
There you go.
which is, what is today? Thursday. So actually I'll be in Dubai when that happens. It looks like
Perfect.
all that stuff happening, but that could be really cool. Everyone that's buying the Vizzies, thank you. Basically I'm taking the money that I make off the Vizzies with just like a little percentage and just giving it away as prizes to all you guys as a thank you, because you know, that's what it's all about. Like, I want to see people wearing the Vizzies. I love going into the game and seeing my face there and the Vizzy there. I talked to Grady last night and he's like, I saw your face 75 times today. Every time I logged into the game. And I was like, you did? I was like, that's cool. I'm like, I'm going to go just look at myself again 50 times also. And so that's what we were doing yesterday. We were just I was just reloading the page, clicking on things and just being like, look at me and my Vizzy and look at all the things. So that's a lot of fun. But thank you guys for doing all this. The artwork looks really good on the characters themselves too. Like on the actual heroes, it looks pretty damn accurate, which is really cool. And so that's really a lot of fun to have it look nice and be recognizable, you know what I mean? So, and then flex on people and let them know what the hell is up with the 101 coat.
No, I really appreciate you being the first one and kind of figuring things out with us. It's always fun to be.
That's true. I enjoy being the first test subject.
Yes, you are our guinea pig, but we really appreciate it.
I can handle it. You know what I mean? Throw me under the bus. Whatever happens, it doesn't matter. We'll still be having fun, eating cake, doing the things. It'll be fun times.
If you're listening to this, well, like this video and subscribe and all that stuff. But also, if you're not following Doug's Twitter, make sure you do so that you can see all of the giveaways and everything. And make sure you tuned in for the hype show as well. The hype show is always hype, as it should be, and it's always just a great time. You get great people in there, and the conversation.
It's Wednesdays at 1:30 Eastern time, 10:30 Pacific time. I don't know what time it is for Dubai, but whatever, it's probably at night.
Something.
But that's true. I don't really make those tweets where I'm like, follow me, do all these things. I'm just like, here's a giveaway. If you want to follow me, you can. But I guess people should follow me, right?
It's easier to find the giveaways.
I mean, it helped. Nowadays, it's actually pretty important to have a large following count, like with the algorithms and stuff, which is lame. They change the algorithms every day to rug me, but it's fine. So I appreciate all the support, and they really do. Every morning, someone's like, Doug, it keeps telling me you're shadow banned. I'm like, I know, it's a daily thing. Don't worry about it. My life's over. Thanks, Elon. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I had fun at the DFK meetup with KP and Dreamer and everybody, and Bolon and
in Denver,
Sunbear in Denver, and it's good times. Frisky Fox,
it's a party in here now.
I will not be pressured into turning my camera on.
Bolon Soren, you're the most evil diabolical man of all time.
Put on a shirt, Bolon.
I'm not going to.
Is this like a shirtless thing? Is he at home just in his boxers? Like, what's
gym shorts?
So I just wanted to also thank you, Doug, for being our first creator, Visage, maker, collaborator, co-marketer. It's going to be really cool when the Coliseum is out and we have PvP. Doug, you're going to be able to do some cool things. We expect that you'll probably want to commentate or stream or be a part of some tournaments that we run. And you know what? That there could be some that people hop in, sporting your Visage and just kind of repping the Doug Hype name, making you proud. There's a lot of other things. As we have other creators, you could do a hosted tournament where you got two creators where everybody that enters have to have on one side, everybody wearing Doug Hype Visages, and the other side, everybody wearing whoever else you want to make a hosted tournament about. But, we're really trying to
get on that right now.
Really trying to change the space and how people play, how they interact, and how blockchain is all interwoven into it. We got more creators that are going to be joining Doug's, pioneering path. But keep in mind, after the initial mints, they're all available on the secondary market. So we're grateful that Doug's here. We're grateful that we can co-market. Awesome initial first creator Visage, and many more to come, and some from the community as well. It's the focus.
This is financial advice, completely 100% financial advice. Get the fur coat in the game, just buy it. Like, your life will be so much better. You'll just like wake up in the morning excited. You'll be like, man, Doug Hype is going to send me cake today. or whatever. There, oh, look at that. Frisky Fox has got some for action. There's some fox action. Is that a fox code over there?
I love it.
He's living his PFP.
No, I need to get one of those fur coats, honestly, in real life. So
IRL. This is the thing, guys, is that when there's tournaments or anything happening, if you do it and you're wearing fur coats, I'm probably going to be doing giveaways, giving you cake, giving you jewel, whatever. My favorite thing to do with crypto is just give it to people, because you know how it is where you get it, you hold it, and you're like, I have to hold this forever. And I'm like, what if I just give it to someone else to hold forever, and I just put it in your wallet instead of mine, bro? You know what I'm saying? You hold on to this for as long as you want. Do whatever you want with it. Hold it. You take this jewel or crystal or Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? I put the burden on you. Take this crypto. Because I sit there and I'm like, I have all these wallets full of crypto. Who should I send it to? I don't know. Kung Fu, maybe. We'll see. Whoever's wearing a fur coat, it makes me want to send you things and be your friend. And all the cool artwork and fun posts that people are making is really cool. I try to comment, interact with all the things as much as I can. Come on, even like the YouTubes, and do all the things. So it's much appreciated. And anybody's always welcome to come by and hang out on the Wednesday Doug Hype 1:30 p.m. show. Also, that's the thing too, especially if you have DeFi Kingdom PFPs, when you show up in those spaces, it really shows people what's up. It lets people know the community is alive and thriving. You know what I'm saying? So those things are really cool to do. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff in the future. And thanks for having me in the game. And I'll be bragging to everybody about it.
Hey, we appreciate everything you do. Don't go anywhere just yet. But before we go back to Doug for a bullish, any final comments or final thoughts from anybody?
Had a great time on Hyped on Wednesday. So you're going to be live from Dubai this next week, Doug?
Yeah, it looks like it. I haven't even bought my ticket yet, but I'm going to be there basically making moves and content, and there's karate combat going on, all that stuff. So wherever the place is to be, I'll probably be there. Probably. There's no guarantees. You never know. I might just be eating cake in my hotel room. And they're like, where did Doug go? Or on the beach, actually. On the beach. Yeah. That's what we'll be up to. But this is really fun and exciting. Web3 crypto gaming rules the world now. We flexed at GDC, all the things. It was a lot of fun. And everyone should feel really good about being part of the most degen cool thing on the planet. It's called crypto gaming, bro. Where are you at? Are you in crypto gaming? What are you doing with your life?
I agree. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, everybody who watches this recording later. As always, we appreciate you all. If you have questions that you would like us to answer, please submit them to talk.defykingdoms.com or in the AMA questions channel in our Discord. And with that, give us a bullish, Doug.
Let's go, baby. Bullish!
Bullish!
Bullish, baby. Let's
Thanks,
go.
everyone.
Love you, Doug.
Love you guys.
See you all next week.
Peace out.
DeFi Kingdoms, where you can summon heroes, trade with other players, quest, and fight challenging enemies in a fantasy world brought to life in pixel art animation. Command your legion